But Kenya has been the one saying that I'm being phased out. She says that Bravo is phasing me out. And if I'm being phased out, then I'm being phased out. I don't have a problem with that.
Things I'm hearing that maybe.
No, my salary would not be reduced. Basically, what happened is over the past 4 years, um, I have felt very forced out. I have felt um, my role was being diminished. Every year, they would give me less and less and less episodes. And every year, people would say, Nene's holding out. It's Nene that's holding out. It's Nene. And it wasn't me that was holding out. I was just trying to understand why I was being given less and less and less every season
Who I
from
am.
a
You either like it or you don't. Now, if the show didn't want me here, then the show would take me off. So I'm here, and I'm here for a reason. Kenya Moore needs to ride in her lane
We
and just know that that's
know exactly what he was going to ask her. They have forced me out of the franchise. Okay, we'll get to
Now,
that
Kenya
in a minute.
says that she believes that you're on an apology tour right now. She believes that, you know, you weren't on many episodes this season, and that's the reason why you're on this apology tour to get more screen time. Is that true?
I started this show. I've had all the screen time, okay? And that's a fact. I've been here since the very first day they rolled their camera. So I've had all the screen time I need.
What is hurting you so much right now, Nene?
I think the biggest thing is, you know, loving somebody or caring or feeling loyal to them and not getting the same thing in
Of
return.
clips that I put together from different interviews of Nene Leaks, just being all over the place. 1 minute saying that I'm not being forced out, I'm here to stay or whatever, and the next minute being like they're forcing me out. Then 1 minute being like I'm okay with leaving if they want me to leave. Then the next minute being like I'm so sad that they're making me leave. And it's a normal thing for humans to have emotions that go up and down. That's normal. Especially for women. I hate to sound stereotypical, but us women are moody. We have different moods at certain times of the month, and then we go through different hormonal changes in our lives that might make us react differently to different things. But it's just crazy to me just how she acts. She reminds me a lot of my sister. I have an older sister, and she has borderline personality disorder, and she reminds me so much of Nene Leakes. And here's the irony. My sister is a Cancer, and I'm a Sagittarius. But I don't I don't think I act like Nene Leakes at all. Because I have something called self-awareness, and this type of stuff makes me not believe in astrology. Because I know when I'm being an asshole. I'll tell you, I'm being an asshole. And I know when I am being wrong, and I know when I should apologize to people. And it seems like she just has a real issue with that. But I can relate to her in some ways. I think she grew up without a mother in her life. I don't know what the story is behind that. If anyone knows, please let me know in the comments, because I'm not really sure what happened to her mother. Did her mother pass away when she was a child, or what happened? I know her aunt ended up raising her. But I kind of understand what that's like, because I lost my mom at a young age to cancer. And I don't know what it's like to grow up with a mother. The time that she was alive, she was sick most of the time. So she wasn't really there and really present anyway. So I can relate to that. I know what that feels like. And it does something to you. I'm going to be completely honest with you. It does harden you in a way, not getting that nurturing love from the person that birthed you. But I don't know if her aunt stepped in and played that role, because someone could have came in and gave her that love that she needed. And for me, it was through my aunt and my grandmother. But I feel bad for her in some ways, and I wonder, does she have a mental illness? I'm not a health professional by any means. I've only had a few psychology classes in my life. But I just know that she reminds me so much of my sister with borderline personality disorder. Her disorder is so bad. I don't even know if I'm ever going to have a relationship with her. Maybe I will. Certainly not anytime soon. But she just does a lot of things like Nene. She goes off on people, verbally abuses everyone, and just thinks she's better than everyone else. And what she thought she was at one point in time. She was making a lot of money. She would brag about it and how everyone was beneath her and just put everyone down and use her, what she had as a way to elevate herself above the rest of the family. But she just said so many crazy and hurtful things. I don't even repeat some of the things she said to me, but she would make so many crazy accusations towards you and just say the worst things imaginable that you could just possibly even think of. And you'd be like, what? And I kept putting up with it for years because she was my sister. And you love your family, so you put up with it. But then I just got to a point where I was like, I'm just tired of this shit. Like, I love myself more than I love you. Sorry, I just can't deal with this anymore. It was just draining. And it wasn't good for my spirit. So I stopped talking to her. And I really haven't talked to her since. I talked to her, but not a lot. I had one conversation with her a few months ago because something happened in our family. But other than that, I haven't talked to her in a few years. So she is supposed to be taking medications, but she doesn't like taking them. Or she didn't at one point in time because they made her gain weight. So I know a lot of people keep saying that Nene Leakes might be bipolar. Maybe she is. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I can't diagnose anyone, but who knows? She might have some undiagnosed disorder. And I really hope that she sees a psychologist or a psychiatrist or something that can help her and help just put her on the right path. I don't know whether it be therapy or medication or what, because I'd hate to see someone self-destruct like that. And that's exactly what happened with my sister. She ended up self-destructing, lost her job, she was a nurse, registered nurse, lost her license, everything, and ended up, using drugs and just going down a completely different path. But she never wanted to take responsibility or accountability for anything she said. Like, she would pretend like nothing ever happened after she could say like the worst imaginable things to you. Then she'd be like, see you the next time, and just pretend like it just never happened. And it just really bothered me a lot, because I felt like that's why we were just stuck in this loop, this cycle, because nothing was getting resolved. And I want to talk about things. I want to find out, how do we get to this point so we're not here anymore. I don't want to be there. That's what I wanted for her to just fix whatever it was. But, mental illness is very prevalent in our society. It's very prevalent in my family. So I definitely know what it's like to deal with people like Nene. So that's how I can tell. And crazy people know crazy. I'm a part of the crazy community myself. I do have attention definite. I have ADHD there. I can't talk right now. I have that, and sometimes I have anxiety, and it just depends on what's going on. But I know what it's like, and I've had friends that have different disorders and things. So, I feel bad for her, and I hope that one day she can get help. Even though I joke, talk, whatever, at the end of the day, I'm still a human being with a heart, and I don't like to see anyone's lives ruined. And at the end of the day, I used to love watching her on TV. I was a huge fan of hers. I loved her personality, thought she was funny, and I just loved her scenes the most on the show, because she just had this energy about her. But it just was starting to just change the last season that she was on there. I don't know. It was just something about it that just seemed off. And it could have been what the things she was going through with Greg and things like that. And getting any type of fame sometimes, and recognition and money can change a person a lot. And it can just, inflate a person's ego. And maybe this experience for her will humble her to some extent. And I don't think it's over for her. A lot of people are like, oh, it's over for her. I really believe that Nene Leakes could have a career in comedy. I really believe that, because of how funny she is. If she studied the craft a little bit more and worked on it, and just got some good material. She has some good material just from being on that show. And she can do what Dave Chappelle did. But she's not comparing her to Dave Chappelle, because Dave Chappelle is, some say he's the GOAT. but she can, you know, make her own little lane in the business. She can do that. And comedy is one of those things that you can get into at any age. And Dave Chappelle has made a lot of money from doing comedy. Like I said, I know she's not Dave Chappelle. I'm not trying to compare to that. But you know what comes along with that is selling merchandise. You're going on tours and things like that. So you make money from that. You can make, get a special, I don't know. I just think that she still has hope in that field. And she could still do social media too. People are making money from that. And take whatever money she has and make some really good investments. That's what I would do if I was Nene. But it's not over until, God says so. And she can come back from this if she wants, but it's all up to her. She has to learn how to humble herself. We all do. I've been in that situation before. We all let our egos get out of control sometimes. But, at the end of the day, we are all human. And I don't want to see anybody fail. I really hope that she can come out of this, and hopefully if she finds out that she does have some type of mental illness, which I don't know, but if she does, hopefully she can use that to help inspire other people that are going through the same thing. And one thing about comedy too, I know she's been through so much with losing Greg and losing her job that she was at for over a decade. Comedy is so healing. I'm going to tell you right now, if anybody listening to this is ever going through any type of depression at all, just put some comedy on and you will feel so much better. I'm telling you. It is just like medicine. Like, no matter how shitty I feel, if I listen to some comedy, it automatically makes me feel so much better. It's like an antidepressant or something like that. It has a very therapeutic effect. And I think that doing it can be very therapeutic for some people. So that's all I wanted to say about that. I just hope that things will work out for you, Nene Leakes. I hope that you get all the help that you need. And I'm going to lift you up in prayer and pray to God that he will help you to heal through whatever pain you're going through in your life, whether it be from this lifetime or past lifetimes, because I do believe in reincarnation. So we all carry traumas within our soul, and maybe that's something. We can't just see everything. It's not all meets the eye. So I'm just praying for her, and I hope that someday she can get better and get back to working and making people laugh again, because to be able to make people laugh, that's a gift that you have. I don't know if Nene would ever see this, but it is a gift to be able to make people laugh. And that is something that no one can ever take away from you. And I hope you can use this situation that you've been through to empower yourself to become self-employed and stop relying on the white man so much. I mean, we're gonna all have to rely on the white man to some degree. You know what I mean? But I'm talking about be your own boss. You don't need Bravo. You can be your own boss. Dave Chappelle did it on his own. He's not in Hollywood. He's not doing movies. And this dude is making, hundreds of millions. I don't know how much money he's worth, but I know he's worth a lot of money. And maybe one day, she can get back into the industry. Who knows? Anything is possible. Look what happened with Monique. So, from now on, what I would do is, I don't know what I would do. I can't give her any advice about the whole legal thing, because, hey, if they're discriminating against you, just follow through. So, anyway, all the best. Best luck to you. Best luck to you. I'm tired. To add one more thing before I was done with this video. There is something that Nene could do. Everybody's like, oh, it's over for her. She's going to go broke. No, she can still start a podcast. So Nene Leakes, or anybody that knows Nene Leakes, or I'm just going to put this out in the universe. Nene Leakes, you should start a podcast and just start doing that right now, right away. Do it every day. Look what happened with Joe Rogan. That's another example of just being your own boss, being self-employed. You can play by your own rules. You can do it by yourself, or you can have some friends do it with you. Don't sit around and wait for people to give you a job. And even though you might not be making a ton of money at first, just think about what it might lead to in the long run. Because like I said, Joe Rogan, I mean, look how much money he got from his podcast, like hundreds of millions of dollars. So I just want to put that on the universe for her, that she can still work. She doesn't have to rely on the industry to give her a job. And then eventually, when you get enough money, you start your own production company. You make your own movies, your own shows, your own videos, whatever. Just enterprise. That's all I want to say to you, Nene. Just enterprise and heal, and good luck to you.